For the songwriters, and there is a bit of confusion. When Eddie was talking about the broadcast mechanical, that's the radio station side. So I just want to make sure that that doesn't constitute a limited download. So the current tariffs that we have in place at SOCAN is the streaming tariff, our 22A for online music services. So when you have an RDO come into the market, they're paying SOCAN and they're paying CSI, and that combined rate is about 12.76 for both. Okay, 5.18 to CMRA, 7.6 to SOCAN.
Cents per percent.
Percent. Regular around the world for streaming, the going rate is about 12%.
Okay, and compared to say radio percent.
Radio, you're looking at 4.4, 3.1, depending on how much money they make. So, you know, and that the difference is though, when you're talking about an RDO, you're going and picking the song that you want to choose, right? You're not just going to Virgin Radio because I like pop music. You're actually going and saying, but this is what I want. There's far more interaction. There's far more value for you as a consumer, and that value should be placed on the music and then put forward to the creators.
I'm sorry, just one sec. Jennifer, do you know if companies like Apple, if they go, or Apple or Clear Channel, whoever, are going direct, do you know what the percentage drop would be?
Well, that's the thing. In Canada, that's an American reality right now. The Clear Channel is an American station. I mean, we have all of our Canadian radio stations licensed. A lot of them have online properties. Some of them even have on-demand streams. Each part of those uses is being licensed right now by SOCAN. For the limited download part, you know, because as Jean-Robert was saying, there's also a huge value in your $10 RDO subscription where you don't have to stream. You can cache your playlist and go offline and listen to that. Well, 9.9% of the subscription rate is also going to CSI for that mechanical. So, you know, there are different, you know, online services. We have the tariffs in place. They are pretty similar to what's going on in the rest of the world. Mike, you might know better, but I think for the most part, the mechanical rate for the publishers is about 8%.
Yeah, and what what Jennifer's talking about are the legitimate inside the tent businesses that
Yes.
that are that to a lot of them I think pay unfairly low rates, but at least they are paying. When I keep saying the billions are being made, I mean by the piracy industry, and it is an industry. The piracy industry is an industry, a huge industry, and it includes many companies and practices and services that people don't think of as pirates. You think of Kim.com when you say the word pirate, but you know Google makes billions of dollars a year advertising on sites that serve up pirated media. And very few people stop to think of whether that's right or wrong or not. And in fact, about a year ago, people in the U.S. started to wonder about that. And there's actually a great site. If you Google who profits from online piracy, you'll find a site, which I can't remember the woman's name or the actual URL of the site, but you'll find it. This is a woman, American documentary filmmaker who made an award-winning documentary and then started to realize it was being pirated all over the world. And just out of curiosity and frustration, she started to try and trace to see who was making money off this piracy. And it's incredible. Arguably Apple and Samsung and all the companies that have smartphones that will hold your music, they're making money by enabling people to pirate your music. And that's what, and you say, well, so what? Well, that's what private copying was about. You know, private copying was a function of we have rights. The public ignores the rights. They take the stuff. There's nothing we can do about it. But there's a bunch of people making money off enabling them to take our stuff. So at one point, the government rightfully realized that's morally wrong. We're going to fix that. And we're going to enable you to tap into the value chain, and in this country and in many countries with blank CDs, they said the place to tap into the value chain is at the distributor level of the blank CD. So we'll let you put a levy on that, so you get a piece of the value chain. It's not an alien thought that where there's people making money off our music that we have a right to tap into that. So that's what I'm referring to when I say that, and that market dwarfs the legitimate market.
Indeed. Jean-Robert?
Yeah, I think that probably the sense of the question was exactly why do you guys complain?
But we did say so on several occasions. Like right now, there's 95% of the stuff going on iPods that is not legitimately paid for, while there's a whole infrastructure who actually benefits from it. One that we didn't mention today is also the internet service providers. I mean, they're essential to be able to get access to the stuff, but they don't contribute to the chain, to our part of it. So it's very difficult to answer such a question coming from out there. What we have to say is the whole ecosystem has to be rethought, rebuilt, and there's a great deal of good faith that has to be involved. Because if everyone just keeps on trying to run with the money, I mean, we should all forget about that and drink a beer right now. Because I mean, people have to go do this in good faith. Or else we're going to get screwed.